Hello everyone, welcome to this class. So first of all, I want to say thank you for taking the previous 10 lessons or even more lessons with me. I really appreciate your interest in yoga and hope you have gained some benefits in practicing yoga. Maybe you feel your body is more open, more flexible now, and maybe build up more strength in your core muscles, in your arms, in your legs. So in the previous 10 lessons, if you feel some poses you are still not very comfortable with, or you want to practice more, you can always go back to those classes and continue practicing those classes and build up more strength, more flexibility, more space in your body. And so in the coming 10 lessons, we're going to practice a few more yoga postures, such as the Warrior 3, Half Moon, the dance pose. As the poses become more challenging for your body, I suggest you to listen to your body and challenge yourself, but not to hurt yourself, and choose the right variation for your body at that moment. And you can always practice a few more times until you feel your body is ready for that pose. So let's begin with this class. So in this class, we're going to stretch our hamstrings and maybe try a few times the reverse triangle pose, the Parivrtta Trikonasana. So let's begin the class. First of all, let's come down into all fours. So make sure your shoulders are on top of your wrists, your hips are on top of your knees, flat. Your feet are flat on the mat. Let's warm up our body. So inhale, look forward, arch your shoulder, upper back, draw your shoulder blades back and towards each other. And then exhale, lowering down your head, look between your legs, round your upper back. Feel the shoulder blades are moving away from each other. Inhale, forward, arch your upper back, open up your chest to the front. Exhale, round your upper back. Let's continue 3 more times. Inhale, forward. Try to slow down your movement. Incorporate your breaths with your movement. Exhale, down. Round your upper back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale, forward. Exhale, down. And then back to tabletop, all fours. So this time, inhale, look to the front. Extend your right hand to the front. Really press your left hand down and then lift up your left leg back. Really engage your core. And then bend your left leg. Use your right hand to grab your left ankle. And then lift up your left foot high. Push your left foot against your right hand. Open your chest to the front. Try to keep your balance. And then lowering down your hand and knee, your hand and foot, left foot. And then let's change sides. So this time, look forward. Inhale, look forward. Lift up your left hand forward. And then extend your right foot back. Find your balance. Maybe look at the point to help you keep the balance. And then bend your right leg. Find your right ankle with your left hand. Press your right foot into your left hand. Lift up your right foot high. Open up your chest to the front. And then release your hand and leg back to tabletop. So now let's do a twist in thread the needle. So extend your left arm in between your right arm in between your left hand and your left knee, lowering down your right shoulder on the mat. Bend your left arm. Really press your left hand down to open up your chest to the front. Maybe look at your left elbow. And then inhale, come up into all fours, change sides. So this time extend your left hand to the right in between your right hand and your right knee. Bend your right arm, lowering down your left shoulder on the mat. Really press your right hand on the mat. Open up your chest to the right. Inhale, lift up, come back to tabletop. So now let's push up into a downward dog. So this is our first downward dog in this class. Let's pedal our feet on the mat. And we swing our hips from one side to the other side to lengthen the size of our body. And then come to stillness. If your hamstrings are tired, you may lift up your heels, bend your legs, or maybe aim to straighten your legs, slowing down your heels on the mat. Really press your hands down, lift up your hips and back, lengthen your spine, weight in your legs. Inhale, look between your hands, lift up your heels, really press your hands down, and then walk your feet towards your hands. Try to keep your legs straight into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up, look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Then bend your legs. Inhale, come up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Hands by your sides. Your head comes up last. Turn your palms forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your shoulder blades back and down into Tadasana, the mountain pose. And take a moment to be aware how you are breathing now, how you are feeling now. Try to let go the thoughts in your mind. Let them flow away and be ready for today's practice. So now inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, draw your belly in. Exhale, open up your chest to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Soften your knees. Inhale, hinge forward and down into Uttanasana. Hands and shins on the mat. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up. Look forward. Exhale, fold down. Hands flat on the mat. Walk back into a plank. Really engage your core. Look forward. Press your hands down. And then lowering down your knees on the mat. Feet flat. Bend your arms into chaturanga. And then release your abdomens. Inhale, lift up into a baby cobra. Open up your chest to the front. And then tuck your toes under. Lift up into a downward dog. Really press your hands down. Inhale, lift up your right leg to the back. And then lowering down right leg to the front. Let's come up into so first into a low lunge. Really look forward, lengthen your spine. Try to sink both hips down, and then weight on your back leg and come up into a high lunge. So hands on your hips. So let's do a few dynamic lunges. So exhale, lowering down your hips, bend both legs. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. So now try to maybe bend your left leg slightly, lengthen your lower back, keep your torso on top of your hips, and then try to straighten your left leg in this high lunge. Then inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Draw your belly in. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down to the front, back into a plank. Knees down. And then bend your arms into chaturanga. Release into a cobra pose. Open up your chest. Tuck your toes under. Lift up into a downward dog. Let's try this on the other side. So inhale, lift up your left leg to the back. Then lowering down your left foot to the front into a lower lunge. Try to lengthen your spine. Look forward. Keep your hips squared. And sink both hips down. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Not really your hamstrings. Your legs around your hips. And then weighten your back leg and come up into a high lunge, hands on your hips. So let's repeat the dynamic lunges a few times. Exhale, lowering down your hips, bend your legs, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up, 3 more times. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Last time, inhale, exhale down, inhale up. So bend your right leg and really draw your upper body slightly back. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips, and then try to straighten your right leg. Inhale, lift up your hands to the front and then up on top of your shoulders. Really draw your abdomen back. And then exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down on the mat. Walk, step back into a plank. So this time you can choose knee down chaturanga or maybe full chaturanga. And then release into cobra pose. Maybe lift up a bit higher. As we're a bit more open now. And then lift up into downward dog. Let's stay here for a few breaths. Maybe engage your Ujjayi breathing to help you control your breaths. And then inhale, look between your hands, lift up your heels, walk your feet towards your hands into Uttanasana. Fold your upper body towards your legs. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale halfway up, look forward, exhale, fold down. And then bend your legs, inhale, lift up. One vertebrae by one vertebrae, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your heart. Okay, so let's continue with the flow. So inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders, Lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend back, open up your chest. Inhale up. This time maybe hinge with your arms straight. So soften your knees, hinge from your hips and lean forward. Keep your spine, your arms straight. And then lowering down your body towards your legs. Hands and your shins on the mat. Into Uttanasana, fold, fold. Inhale halfway up, look forward. Exhale, fold towards your legs. Let's step back into a plank. Look forward, engage your core. Knee down chaturanga or maybe full chaturanga. And then release into a cobra pose. Inhale up. Into a downward dog. Inhale, lift up your right leg to the back, hips are squared. Weight in your left leg. Feel the stretch in your left leg. And then exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front into a lower lunge. Lengthen your spine. And then lowering down your left knee on the mat. Tuck your left toes under. So let's inhale, lift up. So both hands on your right knee to find your balance. Really draw your both feet towards each other to stabilize your pelvic floor. You may use a strap if you cannot find your left ankle. So this time we're going to lift up your left foot. Use your left hand to find your left ankle. If not, then maybe use a strap. And really press your left foot towards your left hip to stretch your quadricep, the front of your thigh. And then lowering down your left leg, keep your left toes tucked under. This time let's lean forward slightly and then make a prayer with your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, turn your body to the right. Maybe cross your left elbow on your right knee. Really press your hands toward each other. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Engage your core muscles, especially the size of your core muscles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then inhale, come back up. So this time, let's straighten our right leg to the front. Flex, lift up your toes, flex your right foot. You may stay here upright if you feel a lot of stretch in your hamstrings. If your spine is still very straight, especially your lower back is straight, then you may start to lowering down your body forward to have more stretch in your hamstrings. But our priority here is to keep our spine straight. If you start to round your spine, then come up a little bit, and that's perfect for your body. Otherwise, you can keep lowering down your upper body. Really breathe into the stretch. Really feel a nice and straight spine, and feel the stretch in your hamstrings in your right leg, at the back of your right leg. Then inhale, come up. Then hands flat on the mat. Let's step back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then release into a cobra pose. And then inhale, lift up into a downward dog. Let's repeat it on the other side. So inhale, left leg up to the back, hips are squared. Really press your hands down. Send your chest close to your right leg. Weight in your right leg. And then rolling down your left foot to the front into a lower lunge. lengthen your spine, and then lowering down your right knee on the mat. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift up. So into this lower lunge. Try to square your hips to the front. Make sure your torso's on top of your hips. Hands on your left knee. Really draw your feet towards each other to stabilize your hips. And then inhale, lift up your right foot. Use your right hand to bind your right foot and press your right foot towards your right hip. Stretch the front of your right thigh. Try to keep your balance. And then release your right leg down. Tuck your toes under. This time, let's lean forward. Both hands to the outer left leg. And then make a prayer in front of your heart. Maybe right elbow on top of your left knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the front. Really engage your core to help you twist a bit further. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the front. And then release the pose, come up. Now straighten your left leg. Lift up your toes. Flex your left foot. So you can stay here quite upright as long as you feel the stretch in your hamstrings and your spine is nice and straight. Or if you want to have more stretch, you can lower down your upper body towards your left leg, but make sure your spine is straight. Otherwise, maybe stop lowering down your upper body. And breathe into the stretch. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe lowering down a tiny inch. Breathe into the stretch to relax your muscles while the stretch is still going on. Relax your mind in the stretch with your breathing. Inhale, come up. Let's step back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then release into a cobra pose. And then lift up into a downward dog. Really press your hands down. Send your chest towards your legs, lengthen your spine. Try to reduce the overarch in your lower back. Imagine someone is drawing your hips back and up to help you lengthen your spine. Look between your legs. And then inhale, look between your hands. Lift up your heels. Walk step by step to the front into Uttanasana. Spine nice and straight. Maybe straighten your legs slightly to stretch your hamstrings. Inhale halfway up, look forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down. Bend your knees and inhale, come up. Slowly. Hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, lowering down your hands in front of your chest. I invite you to close your eyes for a few moments to be aware how you are breathing now. Feel your heart is beating, the energy generated in your body, circulating around. Try to engage Ujjayi breathing. Make a small contraction in the back of your throat and feel the whispering sound. Use your breath, use your nose to breathe in and breathe out. Now slowly open up your eyes. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Maintain your spine. Exhale, bend back. Inhale up. Soften your knees, hinge forward with your arms straight. Lowering down into Uttanasana, hands on your shins on the mat. Keep your spine straight. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down, hands flat on the mat. Step back into a plank. Look forward. Engage your core. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then release into a cobra pose. Inhale, lift up into a downward dog. Inhale, right leg up to the back. Really press your hands down. Send your chest towards your left leg. So weight in your left leg, and then maybe bend your right leg. Lift up your right knee high. Imagine your right hip is on top of your left hip. Try to keep your shoulders square to the front to open up your right hip. Inhale, straighten your right leg to the back. Hips are squared, and then exhale, release your right foot to the front. Heel arch alignment into warrior two. Inhale, come up, hands on your hips, adjust your alignment. So right knee pointing to the front. Tuck your tailbone down, open up your hips. And then inhale, lift up your arms. Soften your elbows if needed. Look to the front. Add to your right hand. Inhale, lean slightly forward, turn your right palm up, and then bend back into a reverse warrior. Feel the opening in your chest, the lengthening along the right side of your body. Inhale, come up. Left hand on your left hip. Inhale, lean forward, extend your right hand to the front. And then lowering down your right elbow on your right knee. Open up your chest to the front. Inhale, lift up your left arm, aligned with your body. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the front. And then inhale, come up. Hands down to the front. Let's change side. So first into a plank, knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, and then release into a cobra pose. Inhale, lift up your hips and back into a downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Keep your shoulders squared, hips are squared for this moment. Weight in your right leg, and then bend your left leg. Lift up your left knee high up. Try to keep your shoulders squared to the front. Imagine your left hip is on top of your right hip. Really engage your core to stabilize the pose. Inhale, straighten your left leg. At the back, hips are square now. And then release your left foot to the front, heel arch alignment. And inhale, come up, hands on your hips. Adjust your alignment. Turn your left knee slightly out, pointing to the front. Really press the outer side of your right foot down. Tuck your tailbone down. Bend up your hips. Inhale, lift up your arms. Look to the front. Warrior two. Feel the opening in your hips, especially the left hip. Inhale, lean slightly forward, turn your left palm up. Exhale, bend towards the back into a reverse warrior. Open up your chest. Feel the stretch along the left side of your body. Inhale, come up, right hand on your right hip. Inhale, lean forward, extend your left hand forward as far as possible. And then lowering down your left elbow on your left knee. Open up your chest to the front. Inhale, lift up your right arm along your body. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, open up your chest to the front. Send your left shoulder forward and the right shoulder back. Really feel the opening in your upper right chest. And then inhale, come up. Hands down to the front. Step back into a plank. Look forward. And then knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Release into a cobra pose. Inhale, come up into a downward dog. Lengthen your spine. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Inhale, look between your hands. Walk your feet towards your hands into Uttanasana. Try to keep your legs straight. Keep your spine nice and straight. Inhale, halfway up. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold towards your back legs. Soften your knees. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Hands up. Lengthen your spine. And then exhale, hands down in front of your chest. So let's continue with the flow. Inhale, hands up on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold, bend back. Open up your chest to the ceiling. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Soften your knees, hinge forward from your hips. Into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Exhale, fold down, hands flat on the mat. Step back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga. Then release into a cobra pose. Tuck your toes under, lift up into a downward dog. This time, inhale, lift up your right leg. Keep your hips squared. Exhale, lowering down your right foot to the front. Heel alignment. Make sure both feet are flat on the mat. Inhale, lift up. Hands on your hips. Adjust your alignment. Make sure both knees pointing to the front. Make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine, your lower back. And then inhale, lift up your arms on top of your shoulders. Keep your lower back nice and straight. Exhale, bend back. Open up your chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down by your hips. This time, straighten your front leg, so your right leg. Maybe shorten the stance between both feet. If you have a block, you can place your block on the top right corner. So we're going to use it later. So make sure your shoulders are on top of your hips. Inhale, lean forward, hinge from your hips. You can stay here quite upright if you feel a lot of stretch in your hamstrings. If not, you can keep lowering down your upper body towards your leg, but make sure your spine is straight. Look forward. Really breathe into the stretch. Inhale, come up. So now you can rest here. I'm going to demonstrate you the reverse triangle pose. So you can use the block and place it by the outside of your right foot. I'll demonstrate with it. If you don't have one, you probably can use a thick book instead. So hands on your hips, lean forward, maybe at your hips level. Look to the front, then extend your left arm to the front. Keep reaching, and then place your left hand maybe on the block, or if you don't have one, you can try to press your left hand on the mat. If that's too difficult, you probably really need a block. And then maybe turn your chest to the right. Really press your feet down, your left hand down, and then maybe lift up your right hand on top of your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, turn your body to the right, and then lowering down your right hand, and then come up. Okay, so I have finished the demonstration. Let's try the pose together. So first into this short version of Warrior 1 Max. Make sure your hips are square to the front, both feet flat on the mat. You may widen the stance. It will be easier to keep your balance. So inhale, hinge from your hips, lean forward, look to the front, keep your spine straight, and then extend your left hand forward, keep reaching, and then lowering down your left hand on a block or on the mat at the outside of your right foot. Turn your body to the right. Find your balance. Really press your feet down, your left hand down, and then open up your right arm, right hand on top of your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Engage your core, and exhale, twist to the right. And then lowering down your right hand. Inhale, hands flat on the mat, and step back into a plank. Knee down chaturanga or full chaturanga, and then release into a cobra pose. Look forward, open up your chest. Inhale, tuck your toes under, lift up your hips, and back into a downward dog. Let's repeat it on the other side. So inhale, lift up your left leg to the back, hips are squared. Exhale, lowering down your left foot to the front, heel alignment. Make sure both feet are flat on the mat. And then inhale, come up, hands on your hips. Adjust your alignment. Maybe widen the stance to keep your balance. Make sure your shoulders on top of your hips. Straighten your right foot, right leg. Both knees pointing to the front. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Lengthen your spine, especially your lower back. Engage your core. Exhale, bend towards the back. Open up your chest. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down on the hips. So this time, if you are using the block, then place the block by the outside of your left foot. So inhale, hinge from your hip, lean forward, maybe shorten the stance. Now we are stretching the hamstring in your left leg. Keep your spine straight. You can stay fairly upright. Or if you don't really feel much stretch, you can keep lowering down your spine, your upper body, but make sure to keep your spine straight. That's our priority. And breathe into the stretch. Relax your mind during the stretch with your breathing. Inhale, come up. So now we're going to try the reverse warrior on this side. So again, hands on your hips. So inhale, lean forward, keep your hips squared to the front. Really press your left foot down to keep your left hip back, squared with your right hip. Look forward. Extend your right hand to the front, keep reaching, and then lowering down your right hand, maybe on the block or maybe on the mat. Open up your chest to the left. Really press both feet down. Press your right hand down, and then lift up your left hand on top of the shoulder. Inhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, turn your body to the left. Inhale, keep lengthening. Exhale, turn. Then lowering down your left hand. Let's step back into a plank. How does your leg feel now? So look forward. Knees down, chaturanga or full chaturanga. And then lift up into a cobra pose. Lift your hips up and back into a downward dog. Let's take a small rest here to restore our energy. How does your legs now feeling now? You may pause here and practice the reverse triangle pose a few more times. If you have time to practice more, I'll continue with the class. So inhale, look between your hands, lift up your heels and walk your feet towards your hands into a forward fold. Keep your spine straight. Inhale halfway up, lengthen your lower back. Exhale, lowering down. Soften your knees. Inhale. Roll up one vertebrae by one vertebrae. Hands by your sides, palms facing to the front, into Tadasana. So let's sit down on the mat. Let's sit maybe to the long side of the mat and open up your legs into the V shape. So seated, right leg forward fold. Really flex your feet, toes pointing to the ceiling. Press your legs down into the floor. If your lower back is rounded, then I suggest you to maybe sit on a block to release the strain in your lower back. Hands to the front. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Press your sitting bone down. Lengthen your spine. Engage your core. And exhale. Maybe walk your hands forward. Really press your legs down. Again, so in this stretch, our priority is to keep the spine straight. You can stay there if you feel too much stretch in your hamstrings, or maybe not. or maybe continue lowering down your upper body towards the floor. But keep the spine straight. If you start to round your spine, then stop lowering down and stay where you are, or maybe come back up slightly. Really press your legs down. Flex your feet. Calm down our mind after all the practice. Maybe your body is not ready to fold down, but maybe one day you will get there. Your legs probably will be more flexible. Accept your body at this moment and choose the right level for your body. Maybe one day you can do the same pose in a greater extent. But this keep practicing journey is what we're enjoying, what we're learning from. Not the end point, but each moment. Inhale, come up. Let's release our legs. So let's face the short side of your mat. Extend your legs forward into the staff pose. Dandasana, hands by your hips. Sit on your sitting bones. Inhale. Really press your sitting bone down. Press your hands down to lengthen your spine. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Toes pointing to the ceiling. Exhale, lean slightly forward. Again, if your lower back is rounded, then sit on a block. Maybe keep lean forward and feel the stretch in your hamstrings. You can stay there or maybe keep stretch forward. Again, try to keep your spine straight. Maybe look over your toes. Use your core to lengthen your spine and then fold down. Inhale, come up. Okay, so now let's come into a comfortable sitting position. We're going to finish the class with a breathing practice. I'm going to sit on the block. You may cross your legs. So hands on your knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Open up your chest. So now we're going to do the alternative nostril breathing. So its Sanskrit name is Nadi Shodhana. So because every day when we're breathing, our nostrils are not breathing in and out evenly. So maybe one nostril is dominating for a few hours and then another nostril is dominating for another few hours. So in these alternative nostril breathing, we try to even out our inhalation and exhalation in both nostrils. So we're going to use our hands, our hand, so right hand. So I'm not mirroring you, so we're all using our right hand. So into this hand gesture. So curl your index finger, the first two fingers in, and keep your ring finger, your small finger, and your thumb straight. So and then press your place your ring finger on your left nostril, your thumb on your right nostril, so they're slightly tapped on your nostrils. when we are doing the practice, we close one nostril and open another one. So at every moment, only one nostril is open. So we're going to begin with our left nostril open. I invite you to close your eyes, and I'll talk you through the practice. So use your right thumb to close your right nostril. Keep your left nostril open. Inhale. Breathe in through your left nostril. Close your left. Exhale through right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Open right. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close right. Exhale left. Let's continue 3 more rounds at your own pace. And once you finish, lowering down your right hand on your knee, and we're going to meet there. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the sensations in your head, your forehead, your chest. Come back to your normal breathing. And thank yourself to take this time to practice yoga for yourself. Maybe you feel a bit calmer now. I hope you can carry this calmness, this peace with you in the following hours. Inhale, lift up your hands on top of your shoulders. Look up at your hands, and then lowering down your hands through your eyes, lowering down to your heart center. Then bow your head towards your fingers. Namaste. So thank you for taking this class with me and hope to see you next time.